So I just wanted to give an update on where we stand on the January 6th as an insurrection crowd. If you follow the Colorado court case, which is kicking Trump off the ballot, it mentions in there something that we've heard several other times, which is that the FBI and other agencies had evidence that there was going to be a violent insurrection to overthrow the government, even before January 6th. And the Colorado court says that evidence was so blatant and was so known by executive agencies like the FBI that there's no reason Trump shouldn't have known that. And therefore, his rhetoric was irresponsible on the day of January 6th, where he said, amongst other things, go peacefully protest. That was irresponsible because he should have known there was about to be an insurrection. However, what none of these people are capable of explaining is, if the FBI and other institutions knew that there was about to be an attempted overthrow of our government, why didn't they even bother to communicate with the guy in charge, Capital City Police Chief Stephen Sund, to let him know so that he would have adequate preparation to stop them from trying to violently overthrow the government? In fact, Sund has said in his book and in interviews that it was unusual because anytime there was any suggested protest, there was an interagency intelligence briefing where he would be included so that they could prepare for a worst case scenario and contingency in case things got out of hand. However, this one time where allegedly there was so much evidence that even Donald Trump should know and the FBI knew that there was about to be an attempted overthrow of the government, that's the one time they decided, you know what, we're going to sit back and not do anything and not have an interagency intelligence suggestion to say that, oh, by the way, there's going to be an overthrow of the government. Not only that, but I had a debate in this last night. You can check out my YouTube channel and on my Twitter with left-wing streamer Destiny. The argument seems to be, well, even though the FBI thought, then had knowledge that there was going to be this violent overthrow of the government attempted, it was only by a handful of people. But they also knew that around 100,000 people, or at least tens of thousands of people, would be a couple miles away listening to Trump speak. And they knew that it could get out of hand if those encouraged a violent insurrection met with those hundreds or tens of thousands of people that would then storm the Capitol. But they still decided not to do anything. Furthermore, once the riot started, which is what it was, a riot, not an insurrection, again, these agencies and the people connected that had the ability to deploy the National Guard, they thought that these were violent insurrectionists that were going to jeopardize the lives of Congress people and Mike Pence. The National Guard was a mere 2 blocks away, and yet it took hours for them to suggest deploying them. Why? Well, as my debate opponent last night said, and others have said that are connected to this, because of optics. They thought the optics of deploying the National Guard to stop the violent insurrectionists that may murder Congress people were too bad. So their official narrative is this. They knew there was going to be a violent insurrection. They saw that it was occurring in real time, but they said, we can't prevent it because it would be bad for optics. And that's the story they want you to believe.